Hi, everybody. This is Lee McQueen, and I'm just doing a follow up on Jill Stein of the Green Party. She's been getting a lot of conversation lately based on how much interest people have been showing in Green Party politics. And that interest is growing day by day, mostly due to the anxiety over the direction of the Democrat Party, which seems to be at a crossroads in terms of whether it wants to be progressive and future focused or establishment and traditionalist. And so the party is actually splintering in two under the so-called leadership of Hillary Clinton. And so it's possible that Hillary Clinton is going to be directly responsible for the destruction of an entire political party to her ambition. And it's also possible that Jill Stein will be a direct beneficiary of Hillary Clinton's destructiveness by winning over support of the progressive wing of the Democrat Party and bringing an influx of new voters and unaffiliated voters, and then also some progressive voters who have interest in progressive platforms, which are lacking and or missing at the Democrat Party. So anyway, Jill Stein was the Green Party's 2012 candidate for president. And so because of that, she now holds the current record for most votes ever received by a woman candidate for president of the United States in the general election. And that record may hold, based upon the fact that Hillary Clinton is under criminal investigation by the FBI, with many people discussing the possibility of an indictment. She might not make it past the Democrat nomination on July 25th in Philadelphia. If nominated, she possibly will not make it all the way to the general election before the indictments come down. So Jill Stein may hold on to that record based on the number of votes that she got in 2012 and the increased number of votes she's surely going to get in 2016 as a direct result of Hillary Clinton's inadequacies as a leader. So I discussed Jill Stein before in relation to two other women, Hillary Clinton and Elizabeth Warren, on issues. I'm going to speak more about Jill Stein today and let everyone know that her background in elective office is held to town meetings in Lexington, but outside of elective office, she has been extremely active in community-based organizing and projects to get health and environmental and social justice legislation enacted through ballot referendums and things like that. So she's helped win victories in campaign finance reform, racially just redistricting, green jobs, and then the cleanup of incinerators, plants, and toxic threats. And she was the principal organizer for the Global Climate Convergence for People, Planet, and Peace over Profit. And so she is a practicing physician, and so she's discovered the link between toxic exposures and environmental issues as a direct result on illness and public health. And so about that time, she began fighting for a clean environment as a human right. And so she's been assisting everyone from nonprofits and community groups and Native Americans who have encountered injustice and racism and exposure to lead and mercury in the air and water, pollution, landfills, toxic waste sites, and more. So she helped clean up coal plants in Massachusetts and in Lawrence, Massachusetts. She helped close a toxic medical waste incinerator. and it was in one of the poorest communities in New England. She's also witnessed the power of lobbyists and campaign contributions to block health, environmental, and worker protections. And so that's when she became an advocate for campaign finance reform. She worked to help pass the clean election law by voter referendum. And this law passed by the 2-to-1 margin, but it was later repealed by the Democratic Massachusetts legislature on an unrecorded voice vote. So that was a sabotage of the campaign finance reform by the Democrat Party in Massachusetts. And so that's when she kind of cemented her allegiance to the Green Party. And so she ran for several offices and additional races. At the same time, she was working on more ballot initiatives regarding renewable energy to replace fossil fuels. She's worked on clean water projects, and she's also written reports. And so she does have a background in activism outside electoral politics. She was very much, although not elected, she was very much involved in the politics of legislation, and then also in a way of raising issues regarding the environment and health and justice in society. So that's some more about Jill Stein's background. You can find more information on Jill Stein at jill2016.com. You can learn how to get involved with her campaign and how to volunteer and learn more about the issues she represents. And if you happen to have time to come down to Houston, the University of Houston, Texas, August 4th through 7th, that's when the Green Party will have their convention. And so you can learn even more about Jill Stein. You can meet her, take a selfie with her, and learn all about the vast array of progressive issues that are high on the agenda at the Green Party.